Hi, good afternoon. My name is Mickey. Very happy to be here. I think we got the best slot in the agenda. 2:40 before the break. Yeah, but let's start. We have a very big sentence about our presentation, Diversifying user communication to drive retention. I promise to make it as short as possible. But my biggest fear is the clicker, so I'll start. And it's not working. Oh, yeah, this is actually me, 1986. My first day at school, and actually this is the only photo I have in my home from this kind of childhood. And if I go back 40 years forward, those are 3 out of 7,000 or even more photos of my kids on their first in school and kindergarten last year. And why I'm telling you this is because I work at Photomyne, and in Photomyne we cherish old photos, and we care about old photos, and we wish everyone in every household will scan old photos to share stories and memories. And my only photos from my childhood, I wanted to be public. I wanted my friends to see it, my family to see it. And I think we had a great day today. A little bit about Photomyne. We developed a suite of apps to help you scan your old photos, film negatives, and also slide. We have a suite of apps. Okay. We use AI technology in order to easily detect photos and auto-crop them from the background. It means that you can take a whole album page and just scan it with your mobile device, which is now getting much better cameras and everything. And the app will do the rest. It will auto-crop it and will put it in your phone, and you can start doing whatever you want with it, to share it, to tag it, to like a lot of places. And please remember, for my childhood, there was only one photo, but for my kids, there was 7,000, 700, whatever. But the only photo that I have, I wanted to be kept in a normal way. Yeah, so we have about 16 different mobile apps on iOS and Android. Over 35 million app downloads up until today globally, which means there's an issue that is around the world, from China to the US, Israel, whatever you want in the world. There's houses with shoeboxes and attics with the shoebox on top, with all the photos inside. And over 350 million photos, slides, and negatives that were scanned up until today. To jump, if I sum everything together, we get trillions of stories. And as we like to call it at Photomyne, make your past a present. Okay, if we dive into the presentation, we're going to talk about Photomyne as a project app, which is something unique for us. And kind of, I really connect to a lot of things I heard today, but we're going to talk about the use case of Photomyne. Talk about how we did, because we're a project app, our user segmentation, how we use a user segmentation to drive and to build user communication in-house in order to drive retention, and eventually how we expanded using our user communication into actual physical products, which created a new revenue stream for us. So to start as a project app, we ask our users in surveys, I heard it's a good thing to do, what do people use Photomyne for? And you won't be surprised, because I just told you. We ask them about if there's a family event or anniversary, is a scanning project, or post-death of a loved one, fortunately. You won't be surprised that 88% of our users actually download the app to complete a project. Right? So they need to grab photos, they need to go to the attic, get the shoe boxes, actually start working on something physical. And for that, they need to complete a project. And that is something completely different from a content app or a game or anything like this. So if we look at a graph for a typical user, for us, the main KPI for us is how many photos this user is actually scanning in the session. It doesn't matter if they open the app or didn't open the app. Once they open the app, we ask them the question if they scan photos. And here you can see a user who downloaded the app, first installed about a year ago in August 2021. Maybe he opened the app or maybe he didn't, but he started using the app only after a month. After that, there was a silent time until around Christmas time, maybe new phones, or maybe something happened that he started using the app again. But again, more silent times happened. And eventually, in the last couple of months, we saw in our database that this user is actually in the project right now. He's actually scanning photos, a lot of photos, almost every day of the app. On those silent times that we can mark here, we call it the gym effect. And why the gym effect? Because gym is a project, right? You want to lose weight, you want to gain muscle, you want to meet friends or your next spouse, right? So the gym needs to be ready for you, but you also need to make sure that you want to go to the gym. You want to complete this project. The gym, on the other hand, needs to be ready, right? The best treadmills, the best classes, the best teachers, right? It needs to be clean. So on both sides, all the silent time, the gym effect needs to be ready for you, and you need to decide that you want to do it exactly like Photomyne. You need to make sure that you have the photos, you want to go to your parents, you want to go to the attic, grab this photo and start working it, and this is a project. And you saw this on this graph of this user that he didn't start using the app once he downloaded the app. He only did it after we sent him some welcome communication saying, here, how to use the app, here are great features inside the app, here is inspiration story from a woman in Seattle who just scanned a lot of photos. And he started using it, but then it was another silent time. Around Christmas, he came back to the app and started using it again, maybe because of the new phones or maybe because it was just the right time. But now he's in the scanning project. Good things come to those who wait, right? There was a mix of things that happened that now this user is ready for his scanning project, and with the subscription app offering the subscription all along the way, he knew that he's safe. That he scanned those photos back in August 2021. His photos are 100% safe with us. And this drove us understanding that we are a project app. Our users don't open our app every day. We looked at our user segmentation. And in the user segmentation, we divided into new users and existing users. And new users is, it's the marketing side of business. It's everything that is easy, right? What's the age of the age, the gender, the geo, and what channel are they coming from? But we are focusing more, because we're a project app, on the existing side. And we set some metrics that for us were important to track. Is the number of photos that you just saw, is the launch count, how many times they open the app, but also two things I'm going to get into it are account type. So what's the type of the account, if it's a monthly, yearly, or a one-time payment, or account status, if they're expired, never paid, canceled user, or active users. So if we dive into the account type, we can see that in Photomyne we offer them three options, like in a lot of other apps. We have monthly, yearly, and a one-time payment. It's not a lifetime. We cannot guarantee we'll be here for a lifetime, hopefully, but we cannot guarantee that. So we give a one-time payment that is valid for 2 years. Again, for the project, it's totally enough, right? It took him about a year to get to it, but 2 years is completely enough. And some of the users actually pick the one time. For us, it's okay. It's big revenue from the get-go, right? But they psychologically decided that they don't want to commit for a yearly or a monthly plan. They want the one-time payment. When they come back to the app, right, because it's not a win-win for us, it's a win-lose for us because those users are not auto-renewable. When they come back to the app, we offer them an extension, kind of like a warranty, of getting another 50% off for an extra year, right? So don't worry, you have more time to complete your project. Get another 50% off of the same payment that you just paid. I don't want to convert you into a monthly or a yearly subscription. I want to give you the same thing that you chose, and make sure that you get the same value that you signed for. And when you get to it, you see the 50% off and then get an extra year to your membership, and it's a win-win for both sides. If I look at the account status of the users, right? So this is all like very common: active users, cancel users, expired users, and never pay users. We actually look at the account status of the users, and we try to use a user communication, not to do hard sale of 50% off, 20% off, now limited time offer. We try to sell them through features or through inspiration in our user communication, but we flag on the top of the email, we flag their account status. So if they're expired users, they will see that their account is expired. If they decided to open the email, decided that the subject of the email is interesting for them because we just launched a new feature that we're very proud of it, they will see that their account is expired, and only then they'll go back inside the app, and the first screen they'll see will be a paywall, right? In this paywall, it says, renew your membership, start now, enjoy the feature that was so interesting for you, and you did all the way to go to the app and open it, and you can just renew it. And we do it for the same for the never paid users, right? Or for the active users. We send them the same communication, right, about the new feature, say hello to Photomyne postcard, but we give them not about the status of their account, but more features that they can enjoy as a premium member. And when we say that, we say to them, look, there's a feature, but also know that in addition to this feature, there's a whole set of features that you don't know, that you didn't try, and if you try that, we send them back to the app, and then and only then we give them the 50% off that they're so waiting for. We didn't do it in the email and try to pressure them. We took them into the app, and only inside the app we gave them the 50% off that they're looking for. We saw great results in it. This all drove us to look at our user communication, and as a lean company, we focus a lot on user communication, and our entire teams are in-house. So we do our marketing in-house, we do our communication in-house, we do the content, the production, and everything. And we decided to segmentize all the user communication into 4 different groups. Is the account, what you saw before. is about user content, because users are generating content. We want to tell them how many photos they scanned, if there's a special photo that they scanned that they looked at. New features that are coming inside the app and why it's so important for them to try as a subscription, as the gym, if you remember before, right? New treadmill in the gym, right? We got a new feature. And inspiration, stories around the world. I'm not alone in this crisis that I have in my attic. I can really do it. If someone did it in Seattle or in Japan, I can totally do it by myself. And we use all the generic things that I guess everyone is using. It's email, weekly digest, push notification, blog posts, experts groups on Facebook, podcasts, whatever you want, we're trying. It's easy to do. It doesn't cost any money except some time. It's fun to do it while you're working on it. It's content, right? So it's working. And here you can see an example of a feature that we rolled out a few months ago, which allows users to sharpen blurry faces inside the app. You can see that we send an email to those users, right? We also promoted it on our blog post. We put it on social and on our expert groups, making sure the user will be making decisions. And we also put it inside the app when the user come back. Our approach is when you have an announcement or something important to say to your users, say it in every channel possible. Make sure that you cover everything, because one channel is not enough. Put it in-app events on Apple, or use everything you want. Exactly, so the user will understand that something important happened and they need to come back to the app. And once they come back to the app, according to their status and the segmentation, they will see the right messaging for them. Of course, you can see that once we launch it, and this is the little mountain we have here, we had a new version, and with the new version, the user communication, and we saw a spike in returning user, active users opening the app, right? It's a spike that brings a lot of good to the app, revenues and users who come back, and a lot of photos that are being scanned. So for us, it's a win-win. We send it off, we do it on our system, and it's really working. That drove us to the last part of the presentation to understand that if we build this user communication mechanism for us that allow us to send so many communication and to publish it in so many assets, there is another way to create new revenue stream. And it actually came from this nice guy here who sent us on the expert groups. He told us that he scanned 2,000 photos covering over 20 years of photos. But he did it not with the app and with himself, but he bought some accessory that helped him to do it. A phone mount to place the phone that he cannot need to hold it, a shooting tent, and gloves, right? So we decided there is an opportunity to really try to do something else and maybe to sell those products to our users using our user communication. So in the end of 2020, the beginning of 2021, we launched an Amazon online store, which allows the user to purchase accessories, generic accessories, to help them in the scanning process. So it could be a macro lens for the film negative, it can be a light box to place the negative or the slides, or a phone mount, or a phone stand, whatever. And we use the same techniques as we did before for announcing features, just for the sales part. So we use the emails, we use the in-app messages, the push notification. We do a blitz for those users, and because they know us, they got a lot of communication from us. They know this is something, this is genuine, this is real. We're saying something that is real. We're not trying to sell them more. We're just trying to make sure that the process, their project, is much more efficient and professional. And it's actually working. You can see that we started 2021, and by 2022, we're up, we're multiplied by 7. And for us, it's a new revenue stream that really spiked us in a way that we're now emphasizing a lot of it. And it doesn't cost $1 for us to market it, right? Because we use our own system in order to do it. When we have a sale, Prime Day is coming soon, right? 11, 12 in October. So for us, we use our user communication to send user, listen, there's now a discount that you can buy those products. Every new user who comes to the app, we tell them, listen, you can scan with the app as much as you want, but if you get a shooting tent, if you get a phone mount, it will be much more professional. So to summarize the main takeaways for us it was really important as a link company to understand the type of the app and the type of the user. And for us, it's a project app and how this affects us. How we personalize based on segmentation, and to leave aside the new users that everyone is doing in acquisition, to how we focus on existing users and how we make sure that every existing user that comes back to the app, we know exactly how much time has passed and what's their status, that we can offer them the best value possible inside the app. is a diversity of user communication, which are very, very simple and easy, right? It's really easy to send a push. It really isn't to create an email. It doesn't require a lot of stuff to work on it. It's really, really easy. And because of this mechanism, maybe there's opportunity across the subscription model, right? And to open it for more physical products or something else that can give users more benefits, which is not in the subscription. It's an upsell beyond that. So I think I'm 4 minutes early, so there's more time for a break. Thank you very much. If you have any feedback or questions, I'll be here. Thanks.